Hey, howdy, howdy. If you guys are just joining in, we are starting a little bit early. We have a lot of tech troubleshooting to handle. You will understand why soon, so just bear with us a little while longer. We have some cool stuff to show you. We're gonna update today's topics, and then we're gonna wait a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started with a lot of fun stuff tonight. Talk to you very soon. All right, we got all those updated. We're gonna take just a couple more minutes, grab some water, grab yourself a snack. We're gonna be sitting here building something for a minute. You might hear me swearing. It's been a day, so I'm gonna go grab myself something to drink. We're gonna get ready to start streaming here. You do me a big favor before you sit down and get super comfy though. Share the stream, let people know, especially if you're in the 3D printing community, if you're in the tokusatsu community, cosplay community, any of that kind of stuff. It would really mean a lot to me. Share the stream around. Let's hang out for a couple hours. Okie dokie, I'm gonna do a quick post and then we are gonna get started. So we should be starting here in about 3 or 4 minutes at the latest. If you guys are here early, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a lot to show you today. Very excited. All right, talk to you soon. Okay, sorry for the wait, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I hope you're excited to take a look at the setup we have for you today. Ta-da! And as soon as I said that, my chair squeaked. That's some asthma for you. Anyways, yeah, I'm down here in the bottom, and I'm also right here. Ain't that cool? So this is just kind of an idea of how some of the stream's gonna be. That's the chair, I swear to God. That one wasn't the chair. Anyways, this is just a teaser to give you guys an idea of what else you might see on the stream. So far we have 2 cameras. We had a 3rd camera. It is currently fighting us. What else is new in my life when it comes to everything? You know, if it's not a fight, what else is it gonna be? Ignored or literally slept on. That's what else it'll be. I've been having a day, y'all. But I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, hey, why Thursday instead of Friday or Saturday? Why are you guys back so soon? Katie and I are going out of town this weekend. We're going to treat it like our 4th of July so we can have a little bit of fun before we actually do the 4th of July thing and completely body myself by staying in this room in the next one. Also, just as another reminder, like I said, last time you guys saw the garage, it was going to be the last time you're going to see it looking like that. It might look a little bit more like it did last time, next time you see us. Depends. But this room most definitely is the last time it's going to look exactly like this. Will it be similar? Yes. Will it be exactly the same? No. So, very excited to talk about that. Here is a fun project that I've been wanting to share with you guys for a little while. Our friends over at Avos sent us the Tetris, which is a filament dryer for the AMS system for the Bamboo Labs Core XY series printers, like the X1 Carbon and the P1 and the P2 now. I fell in love with it in Japan, and they were so cool. They were like, oh, hey, Dusty, do you want one? I was like, yeah. And they're like, hey, feature it prominently in your stream, and you can have it. And I was like, hell yeah. So this is me featuring it prominently in the stream. Again, this is them just giving me something really cool to help me with the stream. The only catch here was just share it, show it with you guys, talk about my experience with it. So, like, again, I'm not an influencer. If you see this thing and you want this thing, cool. That's a decision that you made. If you see it and it works for me, that's great. I want to remind you, maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't. Please do your own research before you purchase products. Don't put everything on the YouTubers. They're designed to sell stuff to you. Am I trying to sell this to you? No, but what I am trying to tell you is, I think it is a pretty darn good product and is one worth considering researching for your own needs. Take that, Mark Sleep Brownlee Linus Tech takes my dick. Excuse me. All right. And I'm not trying to shit on Marcus either. I actually really like him. Linus, on the other hand, he can fucking jet. Anyways, let's take a deeper look into the box really quickly. So I'm gonna drop the mic, and hopefully you guys can hear this, and we're gonna slide this over so you guys can take a quick peek-see inside here. Okay. On top of the box, it usually comes with this fun little manual right here. All your information you need, in case you can't find everything in this manual, is going to be right here with their website, their support email, everything you need to get a hold of them, it's right there. Also, this is a really nice manual. I like the cover. It's got a nice, that you know, that kind of silky, smooth paper kind of feeling? It's got that, instead of just a cheap whatever. So, all right. I want to point out the first thing I saw when I opened this up, just to make sure everything was in here. This is a 2mm hex screw with the Avos logo on it, and I think that is mighty nifty. I think it's super cool. So thank you guys for the new tool. I'm very excited to use it. I brought a pile of Allen keys over just in case, but yeah. This actually has a really nice knurling on it too. I like this. Cool. Thank you. All right, so these are some of our dividers that we're gonna need later. I'm gonna set everything out on the side. So what you need, if you don't just buy one of these outright. They do have dryers that are just dryers, and there's nothing else you need to do. You just pull it out and you hook it up. You're good to go. This one takes a little bit of work because it takes an old AMS system, and you have to essentially gut the old parts and put in this whole new top system, and it becomes a 4-filament dryer. And my favorite thing is it can run while you're working the machine. And you could also have it running on the back and have your machine running the external spool, so you could be heating 4 filaments for another printer while still printing something. The versatility for this is wonderful. I'm really pleased with it. So, this was another thing I was really curious about, so I popped it open just to see what was different. The version I got to try in Japan, all of these had different textures of the injection molded pieces, and it seems like they went with the one that was on the 4th slot. So this one is exactly the same as it was in the one in Japan for me, but now it's more of like hard plastic. Some of them had like a little bit of rubber sleeve on it, but yeah, I thought it was super neat that they went with that one because that was my favorite out of all of them. I'm not sure what's in this. Let's take a quick look. Here's a bunch of cables. These are gonna be a bunch of cables that connect onto the back of stuff, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh boy. Heater, 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 screen, screen, heater.
At least they're labeled.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate them doing this. Also, what's really neat about them doing this labeling, and I know a lot of other printing companies worldwide do this too, but on the side of the box, it's labeled pretty clearly what version you're getting. So if you look down here at the bottom, you got US, EU, UK, Australia, and JP. So you got United States, you got European Union, you got these fucking idiots that left, Australians, and the Japanese. And then the US honestly should be changed to NA, because Canada. They shouldn't just be lumped in with us. They don't do that to them, they're too polite. If you're gonna lump them in with anybody, lump them in with the Japanese. They seem to get along pretty good. Speaking of our friends in Japan, yeah, Eiji's place, if they're still there, I hope they're having a great time. Our Canadian buddies, the Craigs. We had a great time together. I was just doing my best to be really quiet and not bother them, and then one day I dropped my phone, I go, shit, and then 2 minutes later there was an earthquake, and I go, fuck, and I ran out of the building, and he laughed at me. He laughed at me about that, like a week later. I hope they're okay. I hope they're doing well wherever they are. Cool. All right. Hopefully y'all can get a look at this real quick. This is the new lid that's going to be going on top of everything. And that's the lid for the box. This is the new lid that's going to go in on top of everything. So it's going to pull out these 2 sides of the foam and hopefully we slide this all out in one piece. There we go. Ooh, hey. That's some really interesting packaging y'all got down there. I'm gonna slide this over here next to my coffee without spilling my coffee on this wonderful new toy. That's really clever. I like how y'all did that. Using every single piece utilized here to hold on to something. I like the acrylic. The smoked acrylic is really nice. It's very cool. 2 seconds. Let's see if I can't help the beeping camera set. There we go. There. Is it behaving better now?
We'll see.
Hope so, because if it's disconnecting, it might be losing power because we have it on one cable. Yeah. Yeah, folks, like a lot of the reason why we've been doing these streams the way we've been doing them is a lot of trial by fire stuff. You know, trying to make sure things get done the right way. And don't mind me just digging into the bottom of this. I wanted to make absolutely sure there was no other goodies in here because I don't know if you guys know this or not. A little closer. They have some goodies coming. They're sending us something else for 2 of our very big machines that we have. When I say big machines, I mean machines that a lot of people would have, or deep, either new printing enthusiasts or deep hardcore printing enthusiasts. We'll have one of these 2 things, and I'm sure you guys will find what they send us to be very interesting. It's gonna be my first time experimenting with it though, so you guys will be getting a completely fresh perspective on it, which means that, you know, if it doesn't work out great for me, I might not like it, but maybe you'll notice something about it that makes it work for you. Again, not an influencer. I don't like this influencer stuff, guys. That's not what I'm here to do. Do you see an affiliate link? Remember that. Has Dusty posted an affiliate link? No, the only affiliate link he's posting is his websites. Because I'm affiliated with my website. TheNextDecade.co. which we will talk about soon. Okay, all right, so we got everything pulled out, because that's how I like to do things. I like to have everything all set up and ready to go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop the lid off of this one right here that's right in front of me. And then like rescind what I just said right there, turn off this X1C, and then we're gonna pull that one off the top of it, because I remember this is for the one that's broken, that's sitting right behind there that we were going to use. And then when we learned today that that one was broken, I was really, really sad. Also, that one right there is naked too. So we're just gonna undo this guy over here. We'll turn him off. First, I'll get this out of the packaging so we don't have to listen to any more plastic ASMR. Asthma. You got some eczema? Oh gosh. I can't really see the chat right now, but I'm gonna pull it up on a screen nearby me here pretty soon. So if you have any questions, now's a great time to ask them, because I will try to get back to them very soon.
S&H Productions does want to know what your spaghetti policy is.
My spaghetti policy? Ziplocs fine, generic. We really need to talk at the gate. You have to provide your own silverware, and it must be within 72 degrees Fahrenheit and 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything higher than that, and it may melt the bag, and we can't have any on the carpets. We just can't. Also, we don't have any napkins. You must provide your own napkins. Other than that, have fun.
Very strong policy.
Very firm on that. So, I'm noticing something different about this unit compared to the one that I tried in Japan. So let me share this with y'all real quick. See this cool ABOS right on the top of it? This wasn't on our version at all. Also, I feel like this is like a different rounding on the top of it. But my other reason why I like this so much is that it's flat. like this is great. I love that it's flat. It's flat. It's like, what pretentious asshole? Oh, look at me! I have a 3D printing company. It's going to be the biggest in the world. Everyone's gonna love me through the next decade of this. Look! Genius! I know you guys can see me on this camera right here, but this is a message for my friends at Bamboo Lab and Dr. Tao specifically. So, bro, what the fuck? Seriously. And you guys did it with the AMS2? And then you'll have the balls to come out with another bed slinger called the A2L, which my wife decided to be like, oh, A2L? Like A2L? Like a tool? And I just wanted to fucking just... Alright. Anyways, I digress. Geometrically inferior box out of here. Okay. What am I doing?
You were almost Sister Sage for a minute there.
Talking about going in too deep. Okay. We turn off this, our X1 carbon that we dubbed V3. And the one next to him is Nigo. Ichigo got lost at a YouTuber's house. And I want him back. But that's all right. That's all right. I have a real bamboo printer right next to it. The Construct. Very excited to do more with the Construct. Because it's on my list of printers to fix on the stream. So you guys can watch and see what the issue is, because I got a real head scratcher. And I'm hoping I can talk to our friends Jacob and Grant about being on stream to help me with that one. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So, all right. If you're new to 3D printing, this is an AMS. It is a four spool holding system that allows you to print in multicolor. Popularized by Bamboo Lab and copied by damn near everybody else. The only group that I saw that didn't directly copy this design from the jump was Prusa with their MMU setup, which I thought was really nifty and dandy. And also Prusa again with their Prusa XL and their tool changer. And the next coolest machine to the Prusa XL that you guys can get right now, that I haven't tried, but a lot of people I know have said really great things about. It's the Snapmaker U1, I believe is the name of it. It is a 4 tool changer, about the same size as the Bamboo Labs over here. And it uses 4 different tool heads, so it can print without purges or waste, or what we like to call in the 3D printing business, poop. Shit. A fucking waste of my money. That's the reason why I like Prusa's so much right now, is that there's no waste. It's practically no waste in comparison. So, but Dusty, I hear you asking, why would you be upgrading one of these things and not just using one of your multi-tool head printers? I'm upgrading this because the beautiful thing is I could use this heater independently of the printer itself. So like, let's say this spool of ASA I have right here that I'm holding up, right? I could throw this on that printer and put 4 spools into this to heat up. So this could be printing something while this is heating up filaments for the next printer. Like, it's got purpose. I just can't wait for this thing to turn on, because once we actually got it all hooked up and working, it's a transformer. And I think it's so cool. Well, it's not really a transformer. It reminds me of Neon Genesis Evangelion. It'll make sense later. In fact, I'll probably put a sticker on here somewhere, so when the thing happens, you guys can be like, "Oh," and I can be like, "Yeah," and then the Dirts were happy, and they chortled in their joy. Chortled is not a real word. It was created by the guy that wrote the story of the Jabberwocky. Did I ever tell you I had to memorize that for school?
Why?
It was, I had to memorize it, and if I memorized it good enough, I would be selected to be part of a group that would go to an acting course. And I made it through that, and that was my like entry monologue, like poem thingy. And they're like, "Oh, he's great." And then they put me in for sight reading, and I fumbled, and I was not called back again.
No.
To be fair, I didn't know what song they were playing, and the lady that played it ended up playing in a minor key, so I was set up to fail. I don't know what was going on. Like, I straight up told them I was lost, and they were like, "Yes, and I think they were testing to see if I can tell them I was lost. So, oh well, 8-year-old Dusty was brillig in the slivey toes. Okay, I'm just taking a quick look and seeing what all this is going to look like when it's all put together. It's going to be very nice. So you can see where all the different USBs are going to be attaching to the screens on the front. And then we have a bunch of these little power cables that are going to a port hub kind of deal, and that's going to go into its own power plug. So this is mostly just going to be like a bit of weird disassembly and Frankensteining and adding screws in places where there weren't screws before. So step 1 is to remove the hinges off of the AMS and put this new guy on instead. So let's go ahead and do that first. And I think we could use that cool screw they gave us. So, do I have to pull the feet off for this to happen? No, I don't. Okay. Where's that cool lobotomy tool? Alright, I'm gonna try to move you over so you can get a better little look-see and see what I'm looking at. You look down. Yeah. Hi, that's my 3D printed Kuga shirt. It's the second one. Alright. So this goes in here. Is this right? Am I insane? Yes, I'm stupid. Okay, I was trying to put it in this little hole right here. Big dumb. They're down here. They're in these holes. Okay. Just gotta thread into it. Come on. There we go. There we go. So, what's y'all's plans for the weekend? I'm going camping. I'm gonna disconnect from technology by bringing technology, like my solar panel and my laptop and my EcoFlows, and I'm going to be working on some graphics for the stream and maybe some designs for other things for the stream, all while juggling a job for a family member Trying to figure out if one of the people we made friends with recently will be a sponsor for a stream or not by playing with one of their tools, which I've talked about it already. I don't think I've talked about it on stream yet, but we got to use the new Piled 3D on Steam, which is a utility that has a compilation of a bunch of different like 3D models that you can parametrically redesign in the program, as well as a bunch of other tools and utilities for maker stuff in general. Go wishlist it on Steam or go check it out. It's about $30, dude. It completely will pay for itself in like the first 10 minutes of you owning it. If you have a laser, a CNC machine, or a 3D printer, it is a easy must buy in my opinion. I'll probably end up giving it to a couple friends as Christmas present later this year, or birthday presents maybe. Just because they were so cool, they sent me an early copy to like test out, and I'm gonna put a full review up on Steam here pretty soon. But if you haven't tried it, highly recommend it. Go check it out. It's Piled 3D, or I think it's PIL 3D.
Yeah, like
PIL 3D, like piled, but like compiled, plus 3D. But completely worth your time. Please go check it out. And if you do get to check it out and you enjoy it, leave them a nice review. It's really going to help them out a lot, especially on Steam. You'd be surprised how much reviews and the frequency of reviews really help push things on that website. And you don't really see a lot of programs like it. It's weird to see full-on tools that become a physical thing on Steam versus like, you know, just, you know, your usual VTuber setups and game maker stuff. And your occasional Adobe program when you guys weren't assholes. What am I saying? They were always assholes. Okay, now we are removing the least appealing feature of the bamboo. Yes. The AMS. Oh, well, they're back. So, do we reuse these parts? Yes! Okay, so these parts get reused. There are little nubs in this one, but they're not in the other one. So, do I have to pull these out with pliers? Oh, shit. Am I gonna need pliers? I just found some on the table, got lucky. There we go. Oh, they're like glued in there. Oh, did I break it out? Dude, I totally broke it out. Okay. All right. Look at this garbage. All right. Oh. Okay. Bruh. So that's how that works? Does it keep disconnecting?
It gave me a little bit longer that time.
Okay.
So improvements were made. Oh no.
You guys okay? I didn't mean to drop you. My bad. Okay. So I need to take the parts we pulled out and attach them to the new lid, and then screw them back in through the bottom. And then after that, we get to add a bunch of new feet to the bottom of the machine. Cool. We got something cool for the show feet crowd now.
Feet, who it is?
Oh. So you don't have to pull out those things like I did. They are already pre-attached to your setup right here. So, you know.
The more you know.
Ding, 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 ding. Don't think we can trust them anymore, though, can we?
What was that? Which amount of letters was that?
NBC, I think. ABC.
I don't trust a lot.
ABC, NBC, ABS. Okay, it does rotate. I just want to make sure it rotates. I got nervous there for a second. Okay, so take this, and then drop it on here. Oh man, like a glove that O.J. Simpson doesn't own. Is it okay to make jokes like that? He's dead, right?
They did it in Naked Gun, so it's probably alright.
That's right, they did do that in Naked Gun. They had like a picture of him in honor memoriam, and his fake son is just like, look. That movie, I didn't hate it. I liked it, but it's like I felt like it was missing something. And I don't think it was Liam Neeson. I think it was like there's a sense of wit and humor I think some people just don't fucking have anymore, you know? Like, I can't wait for Spaceballs 2, because even if Mel Brooks dies, and so long as the movie's written and he already directed it and it comes out, like, I have a feeling it'll probably be really fucking funny. Maybe a little bit dated in some ways, but like, the man's hysterical. It's hard to, oh my god, that's two, baby! Alright, trying this again. This part's really hard, guys. You don't get it. It's really hard. I might need to put like a magnet in this to maybe magnetize the bottom of it just to hold it in place long enough.
That's what's nice about the Fix-It kit.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I have a problem. This is gonna take a while. This is gonna take way longer than it ever should. Alright, well, while I'm struggling with this, is there any questions in the chat?
Apparently we were somebody's first realization that OJ is dead.
Really?
SNH Production says that he did not know that OJ died.
Oh, yeah, Jake, he dead. The juice is loose.
He also said he's working on one of his kits from his trip to Japan.
Oh, cool. What kit you working on right now? Very interested to know what you're working on. I got a lot of fun ones for the stream that I can't wait for you guys to select for me to make first. Plus, then I can also show you guys how I use my kits to help me as reference for 3D designing my costume parts. Very excited to show you all how I do that, because it's a combination of 3D scanning now, which the 3D scanning stuff is new. I'm talking like within the last year, but also a lot of fusion and plasticity. I was gonna be using plasticity exclusively on the stream, and I think I'm going to choose certain parts to be exclusive on it, and then use it in tandem with fusion to make some of the stuff that I'm making, because I'm finding that they kind of suffer for some of the same problems design-wise, which means that it's a issue with my overall computer-aided design issues. So it's stuff that I need to learn to get past, and I'm getting better at it. We're getting there. I'm excited to put something together though, because this whole costume, I'm planning on making this one for the stream. If there's any parts that aren't already made by another talented 3D modeler, I will probably be modeling the rest of the stuff myself. And I also have some stuff that I've already have, and it's on the back burner. So if something gets picked that I've already started on, I can show you guys where I'm at. Kind of excited. Like, one of those was Blue Beat from Bee Fighter, or the Blue Beetleborg for us Westerners. I worked on that, didn't finish it, and that was also before I started really learning how to make new stuff. And Katie will tell you, like, between Blue Beat and now, I've made, like, what, Kuga and Deno. And Deno's, like, completely modeled. It just needs to be finished being painted and put back together.
Yeah, you've gone great strides in your modeling since then.
Mm-hmm. And if you're interested right now, I forgot to change the price on this, and I don't know if I ever will now because of just who we lost recently, but if you're a fan of Space Sheriff Gavon, Uchukeiji Gavon, if you go to our printables page right now, you can get the Gavon helmet that we 3D modeled for $5 reduce. So I'll probably end up just leaving it at that price from now on, because it was intended to be like, oh hey, the new Gavon's coming out, and then we just lost actual Gavon, so it's like, damn, fuck. Rest in peace, Kenji Oba. We will miss you, man. I was really bummed to hear that when it happened. I think these are the feet that I need to put on. What are these? What these? Sorry, I didn't mean to run into you. My bad. No, I have a personal space problem apparently. So, are these the feet? Yes, they go like that. Weird. Okay, the M3H8. M3H8. M3H8 screws. I love how they have everything in here that you need. It's very nice. So we have 2 of these. Now remember those screws I was trying to get into earlier? These are where these screws go into. So there's 2 little holes up at the front and near the back. That's where these get screwed into. And from what I'm seeing, we want it to where this slotted tab that we're seeing right here, see how it's slotted? The slotted side goes towards the outside of the machine, not the inside. So that means that one of your bolts or your screws is going to go through into this side right here. There's a little hole here and one over here. All the pieces are exactly the same, so like it doesn't matter which one goes in which. Just make sure that the slotted tab, excuse me, is on the outside. Now, do not over tighten that first screw, and here's why. You don't want to mislevel these guys. You want these to be level. So my recommendation is just get one in first, and then once the second one is in, set it and press it the way you want it to be, then tighten both your screws all the way. Just make sure you don't do that until you got your second screw in first. Oh, I hope I didn't overdo it. I think I overdid it. Alright. Hope it's not too loose. Feels like it's a little bit too loose. I'm just worried I'm stripping the plastic, and I don't want to strip the plastic because then it might cause us problems. There we go. Yeah, I think I stripped the plastic on this side. So don't over tighten it. Once you feel it get tight, leave it. That's my recommendation. Okay. Any summer plans? Anybody has something fun going on? Anybody going to a convention that they're excited about?
The thing that you said Jake was working on?
Yeah.
Was a figurized that he's custom painting.
Oh, what figurized is it?
It's a amplified Silver the Sky Dragon. I haven't heard of it before.
Oh, Silver the Sky Dragon's from Yu-Gi-Oh. He's the red one. The Egyptian gods. He's the red dragon, if I remember correctly. So is it a model kit of that, or is it? Oh, you said it's a figurized. So is it a figurized of the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff? Because I didn't know they did Yu-Gi-Oh too. That's pretty cool.
He's making it more realistic with some weathering.
Okay, cool.
And he said his first exposure to Gavon was at the Gokaiger crossover.
Yeah, see, that was a lot of people's first exposure to Gavon, and like I think that was a good one too. But the thing is that for people like you and me, Jake, it wasn't our first exposure to Space Sheriff though, unless you didn't watch VR Troopers, which I wouldn't blame you.
He was in VR Troopers as well.
Oh, he was?
I said, was he in VR Troopers?
No, but Scheider was. Scheider, Space Sheriff Scheider, the blue one. Yeah. I mean, maybe Gavon was. I don't remember. VR Troopers used so many Metal Hero suits. It did everything it could. And then I think by the time they had the B-Fighter costumes, they were just like, Big Bad Beetleborg. Oh. Speaking about VR Troopers, I found something that I will show on the big stream. Maybe we'll release it as a file if we do it like a morning warm-up modeling project, probably. Because like I said, I'm still new with plasticity. And even though I'm new with plasticity, I always try to do something different with it every time I open it up, try to practice. So I think what I'm going to try to do is some morning modeling exercises some days. Maybe do them on like Mondays and Wednesdays when I'm in there. Dusty, what do you mean by when you're in there? In case you guys aren't aware, this July 4th, I'm going to be locking myself in a room and I'm not allowed to leave until I complete an entirely new costume. Yay!
Wow. What costume is it gonna be?
Well, that's a fun thing, Katie, is that the costume's going to be selected by our wonderful chat.
No way.
Yeah, and the way that we're going to have it selected by the chat is we're going to pick 25-ish costumes that I would like to make, and variations of those costumes. So some of them that get picked will have a little, or put up, will have a little asterisk next to it, letting you know, like, hey, if you pick this one, there might be another thing you could vote for after it to change what it ends up being. But yeah, 25 different costumes that I want to make. You guys will be able to vote for it. Every few hours, the lowest characters on the list will be removed. And if you voted for one of the lowest tier characters, you will be able to re-vote again for any of the ones that are still available up until the top 3. Once you hit the top 3, whatever you vote for is whatever you vote for, and whatever sticks is whatever sticks. So, the other fun thing about doing this is that we also have a bunch of ways that you could vote to change how the costume's made, whether I do it super low tech or super high tech. You could also make it to where maybe we have like a stretch goal and maybe we do a different form that involves a lot more extra stuff. There's so much more I want to talk about and share with you, but unfortunately, I only know so much because the real mastermind for a lot of this is going to be Katie. She's in charge of a lot. And in terms of what's happening, I think I only really know about 30%. Genuinely. And that 30% is all the tech stuff. So far. Katie, why do we get a bunch of sprinklers from Amazon today?
I mean, I told you not to open the box, and you really just have the burden of knowing now.
Yeah, but like, my batteries were in there.
Were you afraid of water or something?
No, Y'all, our yard is like maybe 4 foot by 10 feet. It's not that big. Anyways, we got the feet on. So now it's time to move on to step 4, which is taking the cables and attaching them to these back ports right here and threading them through the feet to the front. So let's go ahead and do that. So, see how these were all labeled as power, heater, and screen? That lets us know what attaches to what. So since this is screen's gonna be near the front, we can pretty much assume that this is just gonna be feeding into a screen. So I'm gonna push this in like that. Hopefully that's enough space for now. So this is for the heater. That's for power. So this is the heater. Wait, am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. No, that goes in next. Okay, yeah, we're good. So plug in the heater first. Heater is the 90-degree angle one. And then that's gonna go to power. And that goes to the screen. So that's probably gonna need to be closer to like this, right? Yeah, closer to the middle, and then this sits like that. Okay, so you guys see how we have this set up? This is how it should lay for your parts. Now the middle ones, they are just gonna lay straight across, but for the ones on the outer side, this is how you wanna handle it. So I'm gonna do the 2 outside ones just like this first. All right. Okay. These guys should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy jibs. Speaking about Squeezy Jibs, if you guys don't know Squeezy Jibs, he's a really old content creator. He used to be a fry cook for a bunch of different musicians. Legendary for his garlic fries, apparently. But homie went to Japan for the first time, and he is shocked. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check out Squeezy Jib's Instagram. It's very funny. And also, check and see if he's going to be in your area, because the man just made a movie, and let me tell you, dog, this is not a dude that I think should have made a movie, but he did. And you know how those kind of movies go, so maybe you should go see it. But yeah, Squeezy Jibs, if you ever hear this or see this, much love, man. I'm glad you're still in the game. Thank you for being as entertaining as you have been over the years. I know online content creation is not easy, and I can't imagine how not easy it was for as somebody as entertaining as yourself, because he definitely strikes me as a character where some people would not give him the time of day, like, at all. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so the one furthest over is gonna be A, I'm guessing. Okay, one furthest over from me is gonna be A. So we'll do A. Can they see this? B. We'll do this one as C. And D. All right, now we'll flip this over and we'll line this up with all the feet. Oh, it's fighting me. Come on, get in there. There we go. All right, hold on. Let's go, come on. Hey, come on now, what's happening here? Oh, this one cable just wants to just be in the way. Isn't that how it always goes? Just one cable. It's always just that one. Lord. Okay. So this one goes to A. This one goes to B. This one goes to C. And then this last one goes to D. All right, and then we need to screw this back panel on, and then we're gonna screw the front screen panel on. Super easy installation so far, y'all. This has been fun to put together. So, like, if you're looking for a fun way to upgrade your old AMS and get yourself a cool way to keep your filaments dry, because Lord knows I needed this like a year ago, because well, no, it wasn't a year ago, it was like a year and a half ago at this point. Our air conditioner went out and we had to open the windows in order for us to stay cool as best as we could. And then we had a horrible storm come through, so it got really muggy and it got super moist in the house. And if you're looking at the bottom cam right now, all of these filaments you're seeing up here, so many of them need to be dried. And I've been using my X1Cs as filament dryers, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I have a feeling these will work a lot better, because when I tried the one in Japan, the filament I brought with me, surprise, surprise, was one of the wettest ones I had, and I was really bummed out. Dropped it in here, let it dry for about 10 hours, and it started working again, like really well. And I was super surprised and very pleased, super happy. Man, I am nervous. Yes, I'm being dumb. I'm using the wrong screws entirely. My goodness. I was supposed to be using the M3 12 screws. That's why none of these were fitting. I was like, why is this going in? What am I doing wrong? Don't be dumb. Don't dump out all your screws and try to use them all in the same couple places. It's not right. I should have been using my M3H12 screws for this. So, why am I narrating it? Somebody else is going to be watching this and following along. And knowing YouTube, they'll push them this video and they would want just a simple, quick, cut together, content created tutorial of how to put this together, which I'm sure it's out there. But YouTube's going to push them this. So if you're currently that person watching this, hi, how you doing? Go ahead and hit subscribe, because you may be surprised at what things I end up working on that you won't find a video for on YouTube.
That's what YouTube used to be like.
YouTube used to be extremely fucking useful, and I don't like it how it is now, and that's actually what I'm gonna do on the stream, is complain and bitch and moan, and I might actually be calling out somebody in particular to try to come defend it. So, we'll see.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Really depends on how big my balls are feeling that day. Maybe I just won't use the bathroom for an hour. Just let them get full of piss, and then say what I gotta say. But, yeah, if you want to see like a great example of old YouTube kind of shitting on current YouTube but still feeling like old YouTube, go watch Jack's films. Like, the dude's gone from just like haha funny sketches to your grammar sucks and like, yesterday I asked you to calling out content creators that fucking suck so bad that he gets e-stalked and then IRL stalked. Also, he's like actively trying to help creators that are like new up-and-comers do stuff, which I think is really neat. So yeah, Jax Films, nice guy. I think he's a good dude. That Jax Films Douglas.
The eye guy.
The eye person. So next I need to put the screens onto the front part. Excuse me. So right now what I'm doing is I'm bending these screens all the way forward so that I can access the USB ports on the back. We're gonna do the USBs first, and then we're gonna screw these into the feetsies. Screen. Make sure you're doing these in order. Actually, they kind of made it idiot proof. Like, I honestly, if I mess this up, I'm sure they'd be surprised. But you'd also be surprised at what I can mess up, because boy, am I good at messing up.
Who better to test your products
Than the guy that fucks up constantly. Because then you can see if it's a product or just pure user incompetence. And guess what? It's probably the second one, because that's just me. Haha. I'm an idiot. I have small brain. Developed by hunter-gatherer system over many, many millennia.
We were all dogs in God's hot car.
We are all dogs in God's hot car. That is absolutely goddamn true. He didn't put the AC on, he didn't crack the window, and he didn't leave our favorite music on. We got fucking Radio Disney. And it's not even good Radio Disney. It's like 2006 Radio Disney.
I was gonna say late stage Radio Disney.
It's cancer era, if you will. It's like they get done playing Mickey Mouse Club, and then 15 minutes they're like, all right, here's Justin Bieber's Baby. And then they play like 4 other fun, goofy songs. And then they're like, all right, here's Justin Bieber's Baby.
SNH Production says, at first I was worried about the cable management being too messy, but it looks promising the further in you go so far.
Oh yeah, like the only place of it that I feel like it looks messy is gonna be on the back, so like, it doesn't matter. But the cable management on this is, for something that has a lot of cables and you need to do a bunch of stuff to it, they really thought it out well. I appreciate them using these split forked cables with the dual USB-Cs and the triple USB-Cs, excuse me. There's ones right here, one's along the back, and one's for the screen. But there are power plugs that are associated with all this too. But yeah, it's like it's all attached to the machine, and they're not super loose from each other. They're just tight enough, and that's just right. I like that, and we like that. We like when it's just right. Okay. Oh man, it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. Going camping, and it's gonna be all on the other side of North Carolina. I get to drive 250 friggin' miles.
We get to drive 250.
Yeah, so I get to drive 250 miles.
You get to. You think I'm gonna let them make the dude with a back problem who doesn't like driving in the mountains anyway?
Yes.
Chat, the answer is no.
Okay. Now, it has these guys, and do these go on the bottom to hold these forward so they don't come forward anymore? What? How do I? Step number 8 is not very clear. Here, chat. Look at this. Can you make heads or tails what the hell I'm supposed to do right here?
That is not very helpful.
I know it's this guy, because it looks like this guy. But I don't know where that go. Does it go in the front here? Like, how do I? Huh? Oh, I see. I see. This is an internal piece. I see. Yes. Now we do all the inside parts. Because I forgot we have all these other pieces here. I was thinking that we're done. We can slow it down. No. Sorry about that, y'all. If you can't tell, I have a horrible condition known as a goopy goblin brain. It's really horrible. 2 out of 10. Do not recommend having one. Okay, we want these parts. These are the parts that are supposed to be attaching to that guy right there in the picture that we were looking at a minute ago. So that's what the confusion was. These are your acrylic front baffles. Wouldn't you know it? I was baffled before we even got to these. So, this is baffle front for B, B, C, and A. Wait a minute. You guys, A, B, C, B.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, bye. Also, hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna... You are now number D.
Number D.
I used to do that in school, and one of my teachers, Mr. Poyer, would get really fucking angry with me. Because I'd be number 4, and I'd be like, I'm letter D. And he's like, shut up! We also used to fight over what was cooler, the GameCube or the Xbox. I hate to say it, over the years, I think Mr. Poyer was correct. Making sure that this is correct. So we might need to shift my camera, my my bigger upper camera, so you guys can see what I'm doing when it's like right here in front of me. I'm really horrible about that. Okay, you didn't have to do that. You could have grabbed the screen and literally moved me up.
Wait, what do you mean?
Take the mouse.
Yeah.
Grab the little screen.
Yeah.
Don't grab don't grab that part. Grab the center of it. Click the center of it.
Yeah.
Hold it. Move it up. Oh, wrong one. There you go. Click and hold that. Move it up. There you go. Put it in the top right corner.
Oh,
There you go. Because now if I have something here, now you can move the camera back where it was. Yeah. Sorry to any viewers having a hard time seeing there. Our bad. Okay. Just trying to make sure that that was in the correct position. Okay. So I gotta do that with all these. It goes to where, which way? The side's facing away. Is that facing away? It's facing away? Okay. Cool. Put all these together like this. Do the same thing with this one. Where's the other? Did I lose them? No, they're all in the... Okay. This one here. Peel this away. And then, where's the last one? Oh, it's still in the back. Whew, man. Anything big happening this summer that y'all are looking forward to? Because the only thing I got to look forward to is the fundraiser stream and this camping thing I'm doing next weekend. Or this weekend.
Maybe a couple movies or anything?
Yeah, movies are coming out. I'm still 50-50 on that new Resident Evil movie. Because every time I talk to somebody about it that's like knows Resident Evil, like I know that they know it like the same way that I know it. They say the same fucking things and I'm just like, oh my god. So it's not just me, but I know that nobody's gonna care because whoever listens to the nerds, am I right? I know who listens to the nerds. The people who wrote Revenge of them. They're the only ones to ever listen to them. Okay, you know what? These are all labeled, but they all look exactly the same, so whatever. We'll find out if we did it right eventually. Oh, these kind of just like flat in place. Oh wow. Here, I need to back up so you guys can see it a little bit, but they literally just kind of like, yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That's cool. I like that. It's kind of right in there. Let's see if we can't get y'all a little bit closer so y'all can see what I'm talking about inside of it. While I'm doing this. There, now y'all should be able to see. But essentially what's happening is, this bottom part right here on this piece is kind of like coming around it and clasping onto it and leaving this top hole open for the filament motor feeders. So we're gonna do the same thing where this guy kind of comes in. It slides right over the top. And then you just kind of press it into place. This is really neat. Okay, I think this one might need to be moved. We'll see. See how this one reacts to being put in. Yeah, this one, this is A, and this one's D. Yeah, that's awesome. These were cut and designed to be rubbing up against each other the right way. So if something feels like it's not sitting in the right position, you probably put the wrong one in.
Very clever.
Very clever. And now there's these little tiny slots right here to put the boffers into, but now I'm worried because this one doesn't have that. I'm wondering if it needs to be swapped around so that there's a little bit more room between all of them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think they gave me 2 Bs instead of one of the other D ones.
And it's actually going to be like a...
It might actually be a little bit of a problem. Worst case scenario, I could just come in here with some tape and fix it, probably.
Oh no.
Actually, you know what? I wonder if I could take this one, pinch it, flip it around the other way, see if it still fits in this kind of positioning. Because if it does, then we'll just do this instead. I'm not going to ding them for that. You know, it's a lot of parts to get into one box. It happens.
I got a cat jump scared.
What?
There was a cat jump scare behind you.
Spooky. Now it's not staying in place now. And it still has that little tiny buffer. All right, well that's a bummer. So this one right here, slot 4, I might need to request that they send me a new part D. Because I really think this is just like, something's not right there. It's like, if I take this one out and put this one back over here, seemed like it was relatively okay. It still has a little buffer slot for the other one, but now when I do it over here, it like overlaps. Yeah.
I'll have to reach out to them and let them know.
Yeah, it's a shame. Well, the good news is, though, this part right here, I think pretty easily, because this is acrylic, I could probably just mirror this exact shape, sand down the same edge right here myself, up here and down here at the bottom, and cut out my own. I have a laser cutter, wouldn't take me that long. I think for the sake of this, we're gonna keep moving forward. I think we'll leave this part out for now, and I'll just have to be okay with these 2 chambers right here, kind of heating each other up. Maybe, no, maybe, hold on. Can I just slide one over? Would that be enough for it to be okay? Always play with your parts, folks. You never know. Maybe sometimes you can make things work out for you one way or another. Okay, now there's like smaller slots, but I made it to where they all fit in here now.
How's it always the number 4 one that's jank?
That's a really good question. A ボスは日本人か？このビジネスは日本人か? Do you think they're Japanese?
I mean,
because 4 is really unlucky to them.
I was just gonna say, you know, they don't like the number 4.
Oh well. All right, so those are all in. Now we have to insert our triangle boffer holders, and they're going to go into the back slots right here where these rollers are. That's where these guys are going to go. They look like they just slot right in. Is that correct, or do we remove these things entirely? Nope, they sit on these little posts right in front of them. Okay, so like so, I'm guessing. Is that right? Or does it go the other way? It goes to where there's... Goes like that? Is that right? Does that look right? I guess that's right. Okay. Do the same thing here. And then again, right here. Oh, my bad. Goes right there. Cool. Alrighty. Now we have one of these guys that goes into the center, and I think he goes right here, right on top of all that.
That feels right.
Yeah. And then the same thing, but we got these two smaller guys on the other side that go here and here. There. You want to really make sure you press them in so they're going in and staying in good. So we have some extra pieces. We have one more middle piece and one more back connector piece. We'll see if these have something to do with more of this later, which it might. All right, we're checking on to the next part. Next is we get to install these cool dividers. And I think this is where we're gonna have a little bit of trouble with this fourth one because of just the thing not being able to fit in the groove considering the sizes on it. So this goes in like so, or is it like this way? Yeah, this way. It goes in this way. No? Okay, maybe it's better to connect these parts on first. And go for the back first. Okay, because that lines up. Now that's in. And it wants to line up between these two parts. And then it just did. It just snapped in place. You hear all that? Cool. I'm gonna attempt to do this again over here on this side. Is there a plastic on top of this? Is there like plastic film? Because it feels like there's something's wrong with this. There is. Oh. Oh, it's shiny. Oh, we have to pull that other one out, y'all.
Save the peelies.
No. This is plastic that can get stuck in your machine if it gets rubbed up long enough. Get it out. Remove it. Come on. Oh my God, the struggle is so real. God. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Yeah. All right, there we go. Yeah, this looks so much cooler. I'm gonna fix the other one to look just like this. The clear plastic looks so much better. Okay. I'm gonna try and get this one. Ooh, we took this part with us. My bad. Oh my gosh, it took this back part with it too. All right. All right. It'd help if I was an intelligent person sometimes, but only sometimes. There's a lot of this life is luck. Okay, that's in. Cool. All right, let's get this Peely taken care of before we try to install this thing like a dummy. I do like how they acrylic cut all these. I kind of hope that they would leave the DXF files for these acrylic cut parts. So we can cut our own. I think it'd be cool to put like mirrored acrylic in here. Then maybe we can put some lights in it and have that RGB make it go faster goodness. Alrighty, that's looking good. All right, now we got a couple more things to put into the back. Make sure that it's in there as tight as it can be. Yeah, this is the one that's gonna, these guys are gonna start fighting each other, I can already tell. I think it's the best I'm gonna get because of the weirdness that we're having on this middle one down here. So long as it still stays in, we shouldn't have a problem. We still have a few more pieces to put on here. I think these go on last. These are the rubber feet. Yeah, these rubber foot pads, and put those on last. We got these guys, which I think have the same thing where they need to be peeled. So I'm just gonna go ahead and peel them. Like the ones I used on Utah's machine, it looks like he never peeled or didn't care to peel them. I like peeling things, man. I don't need this. Plus, like, the film can just be gross sometimes, you know? It's got the nastiness to it. There's one. Is this the right spot? Yes, it goes in the back. All right. Is that right? Ah, I see. So they gotta have to be pushed into the back. They gotta be pushed because we gotta pull this forward a little bit to slide this in the spot. I think this is to keep the whole thing as secure as possible. I'm so excited to get this up and running though, y'all. Like, it is really one of the cooler heaters, I promise you. Oh, I might take some of my my little sitting dudes and maybe I'll tape them to the top so then they can bounce around. Gotta be careful though. You want to make sure if you're gonna put something on this, it's a it can withstand some heat because it will get warm. I've seen it get warm. I felt it get warm. Come on, with my fingers, please. These are tearing up my fingernails. Oh my god. All right. So you gotta pull this in forward, and then you can slot this in all the way down. Pull this in forward. And then you can slot this in all the way down. All right, cool. So before we do anything else, I'm going to take all these bags of stuff, except for one, to hold the screw bags, the screws, and any excess pieces. So that way I can throw away all this excess and trash. I'm trying to be better about throwing away trash as soon as we're done with it. Alrighty, let us put these things away. So these are the 12 screws. I got 2 left over, 2 M12 screws left over. I have many H8 screws left over, M3 H8s, which that actually makes me kind of nervous. Did I really only use so many? Or did I skip a step and involve more screws? No? Huh. Okay. Well, screws are in their own bags and they are tightened up. Grabbing these excess parts. All right, I'm gonna grab these parts off of the bamboo that I ripped off of it and just shove them in here for next time. Okay, put that away. All right, so check the manual one more time before we go any further. Okay, we want to put the feet on the bottom. So let's go ahead and put feet on the bottom and then we will get this bad boy hooked up. Interesting. So I'm noticing it's having the same problem the one in Japan had. Okay, well, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I wonder what's causing that. What is causing that, I wonder? Is it the pressure? Do these be loosened up a bit more? No, it's so the front. Here, I'll show you guys too. We can get this rearranged a little bit. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but when I put this on initially, I was able to take these tabs right here on the front and left side of the A1, or the AMS, and I was able to push this into the slot and then close that down. But now I'm struggling to close it to keep it down. Now, does it hold the tabs down? Yeah, but like something feels like it's tight. Maybe I need to loosen up the screws on the back.
Could it be from the that one part on 4 being out of place?
You know what? I think that's exactly what the issue is. It's all of these little tiny tabs right here on the front sticking up. Here, I bet you now they'll... Yeah, that worked. That was much better. Now it closes all the way. So that's probably the problem I had with the one I was using in Japan, or Yuto's, was that maybe one of these things were just ever so slightly jostled from moving it from Yokohama up to Tonogaya from the car. And then when I put it in there, because I hadn't assembled one of these myself and I didn't have the manual, it didn't close all the way. But it being closed was still enough for it to dry the filaments and do a really good job of drying the filaments. So I guess it's just a testament to not knowing what I have and now knowing what I have. But even then, even if it's closed all the way where you can't close it like this, it will still dry your filaments. I can guarantee you that, okay? So don't panic. We're okay. Now, really important. You're welcome. All right, let's set this up on top of the bamboo after we put some rubber feet on it, because the one I was using liked to slide around and I don't want that to happen. So they sent us some rubber feet. Let's see where we can put these real quick. Oh, they didn't really break these up very good. There we go. There we go. There we go. So where do I want to put these? Like there, I guess. Here. They don't really tell us where it recommends us putting the rubber feet. It just has rubber feet. Maybe I break it up and put one on either side. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. This is really weird rubber feet pieces. I've never seen any like this before. You ever seen these? Look at these. Gotta like kind of pop them open. There we go.
Whoa.
Now that they're popped open, they're peeling and almost practically sticking to each other. This is great. Okay, now pull that away. And stick this one here. Cool. And then we'll peel this guy and put him here. There we go, that one came off a lot easier. And then I'm gonna put these other feet on the other side of these two circles, like that. I'll do that on each part over here. Hope you guys are seeing everything okay. This is a trial run with the cameras like this, but I'm hoping it will get better. Okay, and then we got one more we gotta put on, and then we can install this back up onto the bamboo and see what we got. All right. Whew, coffee. Coffee's good. God, I love coffee. All right, let's take our trash and throw our trash away real quick. And more garbage to throw in here real quick. Cool. All right, now, this is the power cable for it. If I remember correctly, the power cable I had in Japan was kind of short. So I'm thinking this one might be short as well. But the good news is, it's a 2-prong. So long as you have a good 2-prong power cable, you should be able to extend it no problem. And it uses one of these kind of guys. So if you ever need help figuring out what kind of port it is, this is a pretty bog standard power cable for a 2-pronger. All right. I might need to go dig through my luggage and find my ABOS stickers. Because I think I want to put one on this. And put one on the machine too if I have one. If I have more than one. I'm pretty sure I have a couple ABOS stickers laying around somewhere.
I think we do.
Yeah. Maybe I'll... Isn't it one of these two luggages right below me?
Maybe?
We'll pull these out in a second after we have everything hooked up and see if they're there. And if they are, we'll install those. They'll be the last thing we install tonight. But we still have some more fun things to show y'all because this is just the main part of the stream. We still have the ending part of the stream to talk about. So if you guys enjoyed sitting here watching me put this together, we have plenty more projects like this coming very, very soon. So let me readjust you really quickly so you can see what we're doing next. Please pardon our dust. We still have a lot to clean up. We're getting there though. And it's a lot of shifting things around. So you'd be surprised all the different things we've had going on since we've started this fun little adventure that we've put ourselves on with this stream project that we got going on. But yeah, there is that is the Bamboo Lab X1C with the Tetris on top.
Woo.
Neat, eh? So tell you what, I'm going to pull you guys back a little bit and try to get this to rotate a little bit more. Give you guys a better view at exactly what we're working on right now. Okay. There, is that good? Can you guys see everything okay? Cool. Alrighty, so I'm gonna clean up some space around the printer. And we might have a little bit of trouble printing because this printer's actually got an issue. They both have an issue, and it's something that I don't know if I'm gonna get solved tonight on stream or before the stream, big stream starts, but this thing crashes around now. And I think I know how to fix it, but it's gonna take me like a couple hours to actually sit and pay attention to it and figure out what exactly the issue is. So before we get started, I'm going to put a few TPU filaments in here to dry, because TPU filaments are kind of hard to dry. So this right here is some pixie dust from CookieCAD. Like this stuff a lot. It is a pink TPU with a blue purple glitter shimmer in there. Very nice. Very, very nice color. Very nice filament. I'm not even going to put it into the motor part. I'm just going to put it in here to dry. And I'm going to do the same thing with a couple of other filaments I have sitting around, like some silver TPU, some red Verisure TPU, and you know what? I got this beautiful Pet G from Prusa that I have yet to use, but unfortunately it's just been sitting out because the week that we got it was the week that our air conditioner died. But look at that Pet G. Ain't that gorgeous blue? Really want to use this on something. Very excited to.
Hey, Megadon showed up in the chat.
Megadon, where have you been? You missed it. I put together a whole new heater, but the good news is you get to see the heater turn on for the first time. And if you heard that sound, that means the cat feeder went off. Now the gremlins are feeding. Can't really see the gremlins too well, but they're right there, I promise. Here. Gonna break the illusion a little bit. How about this, y'all? The gremlins. That gremlin right there is Takumi, and that gremlin right there is Lucy. And it's not short for Lucille, it's short for Lucifer. So.
She lives up to it, trust me.
She's a nice cat though. Crazy deals though. Alright. So, I need to plug this guy back in over here. And is the cable long enough? Oh, dang it.
Just short?
It's like, I'm not even kidding when I say this, it is like 2 inches too short for it to reach.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm a witness.
So, I'm going to unplug the iPhone's charging cable, because that's what we're using as this camera right here. Unplug that guy. And for now, I'll just use this white cable until we can get a legitimately, hysterically tiny extension cable for this one. Well, I mean, this cable, we need a new cable in this one in general. It's a 6-footer, and I need like 12 in order for this to hit a different port, so we can use it for something else. But whatever. It's plugged in. The bamboo is plugged in. It should be ready to go. I'm going to close this lid and lock it in so everything that's in there is locked in. We're going to turn on the printer, and then when we turn on the printer, this right here will also kick on, and we should have some wonderfully dry filaments from the A-Bus Tetris. And power on. Okay, the machine is now on. You're seeing the bamboo kick on now. Rotate your camera a little bit and help you look down there. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick zoom so you guys can see what I'm about to press. Cool. So we're gonna cancel here because fucking firmware would kill this printer in the first place. And now, moment of truth. Bada bang, bada boom, baby!
Ooh.
They're all on, and in the back, you guys can't see it too crazy well, but I'll try to lift the camera so maybe you guys can see it. In the back, you see those little ports right there? Those are vents that have just now lifted up and out of the back of the printer. So remember when I was talking about Neon Genesis Evangelion? Those little ports in the back that lift up when the heat starts reminds me of like Tokyo 3 when the city starts transforming to deal with the angel battle. And then they shoot up the Ava on the little elevator dude. But yeah. You can see these look really weird on the camera screen. I promise you, in person, they're completely flat. They just have a really low refresh rate, and the camera has a higher refresh rate. But what we're seeing here right now is that they are telling me that they are running for PLA drying, telling me how much water is in the air for each one of them, what temperature it's currently trying to move itself to in order to dry the filament, and how long it's going to take for the filament to dry. So we need to change around what material we have in each one of these so we can get the right temperature and get you started on the right way. So the manual shows you how to do this. I'm going to take a quick PC of the manual and we're going to set this up just right. Okay. Material selection. Press the option button, which is the one with the three 3 lines is your option button. And then you use the arrow keys to select your filament. Okay, and then just leave it and it's good to go. So tap it to select that, and then you go until you get the one you want and you leave it. Oopsie. TPU, and then this one is Pet G. Okay, cool. Drying settings. Press the setting gear button to cycle through and adjust the drying temperature, drying time, drying power, drying humidity mode. When the parameter blinks, use the arrow up and down keys to make adjustments. So the drying temperature range on this machine is anywhere from 20 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius, okay? And the drying time ranges anywhere from 30 minutes to 24 hours. So even though these things are saying 4 hours or 2 hours for some of these, I recommend doing them for more than once, especially if it's been there for a bit. And if you really need these things to run like super clean, dry them for at least a day. But 24 hours is not bad, especially TPU. I didn't know how hygroscopic TPU was until just this last year. It needs to be dry when it prints. I'd recommend even drying it while it's printing. Now, can you use the AMS and these TPUs? No, but you could dry these, put it inside its own, like Prusa has the USS dry box. Throw it in one of those so it stays dry. Throw that on one of your printers because it has a little hole for it to fit on almost any printer. That'd be a great one. Or you could even get it to where maybe you could disengage the motors and just have it feed out the back to another machine. It's all up to you. This has already been customized. Now we have a custom one. Honestly, seeing this here in my house makes me really happy. I'm so used to seeing it next to me at AG's place.
It's super surreal.
Yeah, it's really super surreal for me. Like, this looks normal. The rest of it feels a little bit weird, but like this is cool. All right. So I want to. So these guys are gonna do around 37, 38, 40. What are we doing? Pet G only gonna dry like that for 2 hours. These guys want 4 hours. It's showing me that each one of them is about 20 to 25% loaded with humidity. Or RH, is that right? Am I reading this correctly? Oh, there's 2-stage drying modes, y'all. So there's 2-stage drying that allows for optimized drying and printing. Use the first stage to thoroughly dry the filament. Then, during the second stage, maintain a slightly lower temperature to support stable filament feeding and printing performance. Oh, so that's probably where I was having some troubles. Every once in a while, my filaments would start to act like a little bit funny, and I couldn't figure out why. But then I would just leave the tetras cracked and let it just, run, but not be sealed off. And then it would start working fine. So that's probably what I needed to do. So if you're gonna be running this again, and you wanna run these filaments after they're done drying, but you wanna keep drying them, hit the second button. It looks like a recycle button with the number 2 in the center of it. That's stage 2 drying. You use that while you're printing. Okay, automatic sealing cover operation. While the drying function is active, the sealing cover automatically opens and stays open to allow airflow during drying. After drying is complete, the cover automatically closes to seal all the chambers and prevent the moisture from re-entering the filament. In case of sudden power loss or external interference causing the cover to fall or remain open, you can manually adjust it. Long press the down button. The cover will descend for 2 seconds. Press again for another 2 second descent. Repeat until the until the cover is fully closed. Excuse me, I have trouble reading, y'all. Long press the up button, and the cover will rise for 8 seconds. As we want to make sure the chamber to be as airtight as possible, you may hear some clicking sound when the door is closing. Okay, so the clicking sound that you hear will come off of these. I'm going to slightly adjust you guys so you guys can see it, because they're slightly above. We gotta raise you again one more second. Sorry, y'all. So this is so y'all can see these. But see that orange sticker right there? All these ones, little orange stickers. Those are the doors they're talking about that may click on occasion. And that clicking is the back vents releasing air, or trying to lift or lower the doors. That happened to me a couple times. So if you have this and you hear clicking, try not to be too concerned. It's nothing to worry about. It's just those doors readjusting. All right, let's get this
We have a question.
We have a question in the chat. What's up?
Is it still possible to 3D print stuff without relying on the Tetris to make the filaments drier?
Yeah. You don't need to have this on at all. The cool thing is that all these parts that we put on it are its own separate machine, completely independent of the AMS itself. The only thing that's connected to the printer is the AMS's internals, that little board on the back of the AMS. The only thing that we did was just add a heater element and seal off some of the gaps on the inside of the AMS. We also got rid of that really doofy, stupid top panel that's curved. So let's say right now, I don't want this on. I don't want any of my filaments to be heated at all. We're gonna double tap all these to turn these off. Now all those are off. The back are still gonna be releasing air, so they're gonna be cooling and still blowing, but eventually they will turn off and drop. But as of right now, the AMS is still completely usable and ready to be used by your X1 Carbon without these heating. But I'm gonna turn mine back on because I want these to be dry for when I come back and print with them. So, and you see these things are heating up pretty quickly. We already got up to 40 degrees Celsius in some of these areas. And my favorite thing too is like up at the top. You could tell it's warm, but usually at like around 40 degrees Celsius, like you'd really be able to feel that. 40 to 60, when you start to touch down on the build plate, ooh, it gets a little bit toasty, it's a bit hot. Here, I'm not feeling it very much at all. It's a nice, even temperature right here to where I would say I would be comfortable leaving a spool of something up there. Maybe not PLA, but ASA maybe? Probably be okay. So, I'm gonna go over the frequently asked questions on the back of the manual here, so then maybe we can knock out any other questions you'll have. And then we're gonna go on to the last few bits of our stream and wrap it up for this week. We'll be back again on probably Saturday next week. And again, we would have been streaming tomorrow or Saturday, but we're going camping this weekend. It's gonna be my last little hurrah before I'm locked in a room for God knows how long with you people. Okay, so frequently asked questions. The temperature or humidity is now accurate. The temperature or humidity displayed on screen are the values from the sensor's location and do not represent the temperature or humidity in any other portion inside the box. The temperature at the sensor's location approximates the temperature near the filament, but it does not represent the temperature of the filament itself. When using an external thermometer to measure the temperature, it is recommended to use a laboratory-grade thermometer specifically designed for measuring air temperature. Household indoor thermometers, infrared thermometers, food thermometers, and similar devices are not suitable for measuring the temperature of this equipment. The humidity value is only intended as a reference for changes in the internal environmental humidity of the product, and it does not represent the moisture content or level of the 3D printing filament. Okay, so question 2, the temperature cannot reach the set value of 65 degrees Celsius. When setting the temperature to 65 degrees Celsius, please ensure that the heating level is set to maximum, the highest fan. The heating time should be set for more than 1 hour. However, please note that if your ambient temperature is too low, it may not be possible to reach 65 degrees Celsius. So if you're like up in the mountains or somewhere kind of cold, you might not be able to hit 65. Just be okay with, you might not be able to hit 65. This thing, again, maxes out around 60. So hitting 65, I mean, that already sounds like it's a miracle if it does happen. And if you really need that, you can get your X1 Carbon here to be a filament dryer too. If you need more than 65 degrees, just use the inside. And even then, you shouldn't need that for things like ABS, PETG, TPU, PLA, your standard home filaments. Now, nylon, on the other hand, yeah, you might want something that's a little bit stronger. But then again, I might be wrong. Maybe throwing this in there for a while will be good enough. I'll have to experiment with that. But that also means I need to be willing to waste nylon, and I'm not. Okay. The fan alarm is displaying on the screen. When the fan icon is blinking on the screen, it indicates an error in the fan system, possibly due to unstable wiring connections or interference with the fan component by foreign objects. If the fan alarm occurs, please contact ABOS support immediately for prompt assistance. The temperature is displaying LL on the screen. When the temperature displays LL on the screen, it is due to a poor connection of the sensor interface, resulting in inaccurate temperature readings. Therefore, if this error occurs, please contact ABOS support. Will correct Type-C connections affect device functionality? Tetris can only work properly under normal wiring. wrong wiring method may cause the machine to not work properly. So essentially what this whole blurb is saying here in this is don't use different USB-Cs. If it came with these USB-Cs, use them. If yours don't work, contact their support. They'll send you some new ones. We have oh, hey, what's up, dude? You're actually somebody I need to reach out to on Instagram very, very soon. I know you sent me some messages recently. I haven't got back to you. But the good news is that one of your things is almost done. It just needs some more engineering. And your other one might be getting completely redesigned because I'm fighting fusion more than ever. So it's good to see you. I'm sorry for the wait. But hopefully I'll have at least that ride booker to you before the stream starts. So just hang in there a little bit longer, and I appreciate your patience. And also, it's good to see you, man. Oh, I saw your more recent Resident Evil cosplay photos that you guys put up on Instagram, and they look really freaking cool. You guys are great. I hope you're excited about Resident Evil Veronica, or Resident Evil 5? Are we finally getting rid of RE5 and putting Veronica where it should be? We should talk about that soon. I'm very excited about that new trailer, and I'm pretty sure you are too. All right, so question number 6. Can I print while drying in all 3 different modes? Single stage, second stage, and humidity mode? And the answer is yes. But it says for the ABOS Series X Tetris is compatible with the function of printing and drying in all 3 stages. Cool. All right, so what is the purpose of all 4 independent chambers? In our actual use, we realize that the choice of filament is often different when using the AMS to print. This difference is only not simply reflected by the type of filament, but more importantly, for the age of the filament and the environment in which the filament is stored and the quality of the filament of the different brands. Dividing the AMS into 4 independent chambers allows us to make better choices, and this choice can be made according to the actual situation and the status of the filaments. At the same time, the independent control system also allows users to set more matching parameters such as temperature and time of each chamber. That's a huge reason why I like this. I've been seeing so many other heaters where you put 1 or 2 filaments in and you just set it and that's it. You only get 1 or 2 settings depending on the type of filament you have, whether it's like simple or engineering or industrial, right? Whereas this one, because each chamber is relatively sealed off from each other, I don't have to worry about one being hotter than the other one or one being more humid than the other one. Each one has its own controlled environment, and like that's really damn cool, okay? It's cool and it's helpful. It means that you're not taking a filament that maybe was a little bit more humid than the other one and putting it under it and then heating it, and now the one that was on top of it is getting more humid because all of that humidity is rolling over the top of it. It makes it to where each chamber is locked off to itself and has its own different settings. That's really nice. It's super, super cool, especially when, let's say you're running a 3-color print and you really need one thing to be heated up and you need it heated differently. Shoot, there you go. Just drop it in there, change the settings for that one chamber. It's really nice. Okay, so can I adjust the viewing angle of the screen module? Yes, the angle of the viewing screen can be adjusted. Each screen is independent, and the user can adjust each of them to an angle that is best for their own viewing. The screen adjustment angle is anywhere from 60 degrees to 130 degrees. And essentially what they're saying here is you can have it flat and aim down at you if you're like lower, or you can push it as far back and have it aimed up higher. So you guys can see a little bit better. I'll set it nice and flat. Cool, huh? All right. Okay, why is the maximum lid opening angle only 80 degrees? We have a dampening hinge in the structure. When opening and closing this angle, the upper cover will not close automatically. Yeah. So why is 65 degrees the highest temperature? Since the label on the edge of the Bamboo Labs reel requires the drying temperature of the filaments to be less than 60 degrees Celsius, we believe that this is the temperature that filament spool can withstand under the test standard. In order to ensure the safety of the filaments and the spool, we set the upper limit of the temperature to 65 degrees Celsius to ensure the stability of the AMS cavity and the filaments. So yeah, it might not be as hot as some other ones, but like just let it sit in there longer. It'll still get the same amount of stuff out. It just takes a little bit of time. Does the Tetris support wide voltage input? No, the ABOS Tetris Series X is not a wide voltage compatible machine. We offer 2 different voltage input options, 110 and 220. So that's essentially, if you're in the United States, you're going to be using 110. If you're everywhere else in the world, it's going to be 220 because we're weird about it. So what is the total power consumption when all chambers are active? If only one chamber is in a working state, the maximum power is 60 watts. When all 4 cavities are turned on, the maximum power is 240 watts, excuse me. If one control panel fails or is paused, will it affect the others? No, because each screen is relatively independent of each other. The issue of one screen will not affect the other screens or the other controls. So let's say, for example, number 1 turns off, never turns back on. We just can't get the damn thing working. It's not going to make it to where these other ones are going to fail. I mean, it could. It really depends what it is, but let's just say it's just this one. It could be limiting it to just that one. Now, let's say that's the case, right? Here's another cool thing. You could take out some of the plastic up on that one side and make it to where these two chambers right here can rely on just the one. So that's another thing about it I think is pretty darn cool, is that as it starts to fail, as technology does, if one chamber breaks, I haven't lost anything. So long as I can remove some pieces. This thing is going to stay a heater so long as there's one heater that can keep operating through its life cycle. So yeah, I essentially got 4 heaters for the price of a really nice message. Forgot, I did not buy this one. All right, so this was a really fun build. I had a good time putting this thing together. This is an easy, like, 9 out of 10 for me. If you want to upgrade your AMS and you need a heater, this is the way to go. This is 200% the way to go. This was awesome. I had fun. I already had a good time using it when I was in Japan. Now I got one in my house. Couldn't be happier. And it's going to be one of our major players during the stream because I don't know if you guys know this, but foaming TPUs, very hygroscopic. You need to dry them before you print with them, or else you'll get some weird surface textures, especially on top layer surfaces. We learned that the hard way. But yeah, now we won't have that issue again. Same thing with TPU. TPU comes out looking a lot better. Plain old TPU looks a lot better when it's dried. All filament looks better when it's dried. So this is going to be working overtime the next couple of weeks, drying all of my filaments, and we're going to try to bag up some of the super important ones so they stay dry. Yeah. So this printer you're seeing right here is going to be featured pretty prominently on the stream because anything I need to do on the Bamboo or anything I need to do that requires drying filament is going to be done on this whole setup. So our friends over at ABOS, like Zoe specifically, thank you so much. I can't wait to see the next thing you guys send us because I know you have something else on the way for us. I can't wait to check it out. It's going to be a little bit less intensive as this, but it's another fun upgrade for printers. Yeah, that was fun. I had a good time. I'm going to take a very short break. I'm going to grab some water, and then we're going to readjust the cameras, and we're going to talk about the changes to the website and stuff you guys need to be ready for before the July 4th stream, where I'm going to be locking myself in a room until I finish a costume. So stay tuned, enjoy the tunes, check out some of the videos I took in Japan a few years ago, and we'll be back in about 4, maybe 5 minutes, maybe sooner. See you again very soon. and we are back. So, wanted to talk about a couple of things going on the website, and then we're gonna go our separate ways, and we'll see you guys again next week after we make a couple of big updates to the whole filming area and everything that we're gonna be doing for the big stream. So, behind me is the website, or if you look next to me on the stream, you guys are gonna be seeing the same thing I'm seeing. So I'm gonna scroll through it over here. I'm gonna read it off to you guys, and if you want to, you guys go check it out yourself. You can go to www.thenextdecade.co/fundraiser. www.thenextdecade.co/fundraiser. Okay, so I'm gonna be turning around so you guys can look at the back of my head for a bit, or we can full screen the website for you guys to see what we're saying. Okay? All right, so what do you do when you're about to split in two? Try not to, I guess. I'm hosting a non-stop fundraising stream to raise money for my spine surgery, but what will I be doing? I'm locking myself in a room until I can finish a whole costume. You'll get unrestricted access to my whole costume making process, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Where and when? Streaming on YouTube and Twitch this July 4th. It runs until the costume's finished. So it can be anywhere from, like, a couple of days, because my record's 9 days. Or it could be weeks. Or it could be a month. Or months. And I hope it's not months, because I'm doing this because I have to have a spine surgery. I had to be back in Japan before September and November. So, do you want to know more about this so far? Go ahead and keep scrolling, and we'll tell you more. So here's the situation. In 2012, Dustin, me, was in a serious car accident where he suffered injuries that were not properly cared for at the scene or after the accident, and was never thoroughly evaluated for over 12 years after. Days, weeks, months, and years went by mentioning chronic pain to family, friends, and doctors with nothing pursued. It wasn't until fall 2024, when he received advanced imaging for an ongoing GI problem, that the radiologist discovered his spine and pelvis were fractured. He was also given an ortho consult and officially diagnosed with spondylolisthesis, a L5 pars defect on both sides, and degenerative disc disease. In simple terms, his spine was crumbling while sliding forward and off of his pelvis. I'm having a hard time talking in third person, but I'm trying. So just bear with me, folks. But yeah, as you can see, we have the first picture of our $4,000 CT up on there, so you guys could see the bulging discs I got, which when you actually get to see all the imaging I really got, you can see how bad this picture actually is in comparison to everything else. Anyways, the referred surgeon in our area, which is Raleigh, said that his only hope to not become paralyzed was to undergo a spinal fusion surgery. The doctor was adamant that this was his only option and was willing to bypass any other options. Stressed about his future and fueled by his consistent lack of professional help despite paying exorbitant fees to hospitals and clinics, Dustin began reading testimonials from those online who had received the procedure and found they still had a greatly reduced quality of life. Some from the same people who trusted this surgeon recommended to Dustin. Because of this, Dustin began looking at any other alternatives. Did I mention I'm Dustin? Hi. Thanks to connections and long-lasting friendships in Japan, and the opportunity was given to Dustin to be treated by the spine surgery hospital located near Shinjuku. He traveled there under a tourist visa in September 2025 after a fully comprehensive consult that cost pennies compared to the single diagnostic performed in the United States. They agreed that surgery would be on the horizon for him eventually, given this injury. Now, you can also check out this really cool graphic I worked on earlier today. That is a 3D model spinning around of my spine. So if you want to go check out that GIF, it's over on thenextdecade.co/fundraiser. These images, these 3,000 some odd images, cost me $400 compared to the $4,000 it cost me to get one crappy MRI picture here in the States. So this model you're seeing here too, I'm working on getting it exported and put out into a 3D printable format, hopefully as a bonus giveaway during the stream. We'll see if that works out. It all comes down to if me and my buddy that are working on this can figure it out, because it's coming through as images, not the raw data, and we asked my doctor nicely for the raw data. We'll see what happens. But we do have this. We have more images. We have images down from all of my spine injections, my these are from when I first got there. And then we have more from when I was just about to leave. And those ones look better-ish. CT MRI X-ray, $400. Japan, uninsured. America, insured for one MRI picture. 10 times that, $4,000. I'm not kidding. It sucks. It's insane. All right, so moving back along with our little narration here. However, there were options to reverse some of the damage to give back some mobility and comfort until surgery was absolutely needed. They adjusted his medication, switching from multiple pills he was taking from the United States doctor to a set of pain patches with the option of a rescue pain pill that was available over the counter. And that was from my Japanese doctor. It was a better outlook than he was given in his home country, and better care overall from the staff despite some language barriers. The doctors made a treatment plan for him to receive a series of injections. In addition to buying Dustin more time on his feet, they also served to curb the degenerative disc disease and hopefully reverse some of that damage. After the first treatment, Dustin was walking around without a cane, and his GI issues substantially improved. His degenerative disc disease showed dramatic improvement on newer scans. However, the lowest disc between L5-S1 reinflated in a way that put new lower pressure on his spine, shifting in a way that made surgery a necessity. The worst news is that time is starting to run out. Surgery needs to happen no later than September or November 2026. Yeah, that's a bummer. And it's scary. Yeah. Anyways. The hospital staff paused the disc injection treatment in March 2026 to make a final assessment of his current injury status and allowed Dustin to return to the United States. They estimated that he has until November 2026 at the latest before his injury will worsen enough that the surgical options taking more serious turns. In order to move further with any more serious treatments and surgery, a medical visa is required. This is where we are today. We are currently undergoing the necessary medical visa process with the US and Japanese embassies. Part of that includes showing we can afford the medical treatment that we are pursuing. The number is a fluid amount that depends on the situation though. The doctor estimated the low cost of this procedure being around $20,000. So we're shooting for that number as our bare minimum goal for the stream. However, if Dustin's spondylolisthesis continues into grade 3 or 4, surgery may become more intensive, expensive, and the possibility of paralysis with or without the surgery grows higher. And then we have a quote here at the bottom. Yeah, I'd like to keep walking, says an exasperated Dustin. Hi, I'm the exasperated Dustin, and yes, I would like to keep walking. So thank you for reading, thank you for listening in this instance, and thank you again if you considered supporting the stream's production or Dustin's surgery fundraiser. So again, if you want to check this all out for yourself, this is TheNextDecade.co/fundraiser. On this page has a giant blurb so you can read through all that yourself, gives you an idea of what we have coming up, what we have planned, and why we're doing all this. If you go a little bit further, we also have a timeline. So I'll read this along for you so you guys can check out this timeline too. August 2012, accident happens. Not Dustin's fault, but the state pinned him as the moron. Back broke, he had no proper care. Ignorance isn't negligence in this case. Because I didn't know. I knew something was wrong, but nobody's really listening to me. And that's negligence. And I had to say anything. That's when you're asking for help, whether it's from friends, family, or professionals, and you're not receiving it. That's I'm sorry, y'all. That's negligence. And I tried. September 2012 through January 2024. Dustin hurts and has no idea why. Thinks things are fine. Will be a butthead on occasion, and that's me saying the nice version of the word. Eventually discover his back is broken after a series of really bad poops. Don't ask. February 2024 to now. Struggling to find a solution, but eventually finds one in Japan. Very angry and jaded with the American healthcare system and the local professionals that screwed me over. Decides to be an adult and stream instead of working because sure, whatever, who cares? It's 2024, man. Who fucking cares, man? I've seen stranger things happen through the power of the internet. And you guys have helped me before, but last time was for somebody else, and this time it's just for me. This is just so I can take care of myself. And last time I got burned pretty bad for trying to do anything for somebody that wasn't me, so I'm already really nervous about trying to do any of this, but I've been encouraged by so many people that it almost feels like, I really should try to give this another chance, so I'm gonna. And To anybody that's already supported this so far and trying to help and doing anything, whether it's just sharing it around or has been helping out with stuff we need for the stream to, you know, finish being produced so we can actually have something really cool. Thank you. Thank you so damn much. Like, really, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough, because anything that you guys are doing is going towards helping me staying up on my feet. And I've seen plenty of people where they needed help getting up on their feet and staying on their feet, whether it's figuratively or literally, and in my case, it's kind of like both. And, you know, they didn't get quite what they needed. And I didn't want that to be me, and I can already see that that's not going to be the case. So even though the thing hasn't started yet, thank you. It really means a lot to me that you cared enough to even think about helping out one way or another. Thank you. So, yeah, if you want to help with the stream, go to the very bottom of that page, scroll all the way down. There's a new contact submission page right there, and that one only contacts Katie. The reason why it's only contacting Katie is because Katie's going to be the director for the stream, essentially. She's been the one handling the camera right now. She's also going to be the one handling all the switching behind the camera. She's also handling all the events that are planned. Essentially, whatever happens on camera, if it's not me working on something and making those decisions on what's being made, Katie's the one that's in control and doing all the stuff. And she's putting her hands up in the air because Katie has control now. We have a super chat. Okay, hold on a second. I got to pull up the... We have a super chat from Doris. Oh my gosh, I haven't talked to Doris in forever. Doris, I love you and I miss you and I hope you're doing good. Text me after the stream, okay?
I need the record to show that
holy shit!
Before how much she donated.
Doris! Oh my god! Doris, thank you so much! Holy shit, no, like that right there, that amount that you just sent us right there is gonna help us get two major pieces of equipment for the stream that I didn't think we were gonna be able to get in time, considering how much it cost. Oh my god, Doris, thank you so much. Ooh, I miss you. It's Cotton 4K, my god. Doris, I owe you. I really owe you. Next time I see you, you're gonna get the biggest goddamn hug, and dinner's on me, and maybe breakfast too, and probably lunch, and then, I mean, we'll go to Universal Studios. We're gonna ride Jurassic Park together. I hope you like Jurassic Park. If that will, maybe E.T. if you need something a little bit more chill. We'll figure it out. But Doris, seriously, thank you so much. I miss you too. I hope we can see each other again soon. Text me after the stream. Seriously, I want to send you a more personal message. Thank you so much, Doris. And for those of you guys who don't know, Doris has been a friend of mine for a long time. She currently works for the airlines as a stewardess, last time I heard. I hope she's still doing that, and seems like she was really happy when she was doing it last time. So I hope you're doing good, Doris. Love you to death. Thank you so damn much. And I hope the Skies have been treating you really, really well. I hope they're treating you better than the Skies have been treating my costumes. Fuck. Thank you so much, Doris. That's amazing. You're the best. Seriously, thank you. And then, yeah, that's, you know what? How about this? I'm going to make a big plaque. So every single time we get a major donation, we write down whoever donated so that they could have their name pretty prominently on that plaque. And by the end of it, we'll leave it up in the shop, and it stays something up in my shop forever. These are the people that, what's the word I should, kept me standing, supported me when I needed it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out something fun, but oh my god. Also, YouTube's gonna be like, where the fuck did you get that? I have to pay you now? You know we're Google, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. That's insane. I'm sorry. I'm still flabbergasted. So there's only been one other person. Actually, Doris, I can mention this to you because now you're the competition now. Doris is our largest donator on this channel. She's tied with Zeron Zephyr. If you guys know the past YouTube stuff I used to do and one of the other channels I used to work with, Robert of Zeron Zephyr, now of Zeron Arcade, or is it Zephyr Arcade? Zephyr Arcade, excuse me. My bad, Zeron's Arcade one way or another. Shut up, Robert. Anyways, Yeah, he's the other one that had a $500 donation. So you guys are tied for my top 2 largest donators on this channel. So thank you guys so very, very much. I would also like to express that, Doris, you are currently 50% of all revenue made on this channel. I'm not fucking kidding either. I'll send you a picture later. Not for long though. Not for long though. We'll see how the stream goes. Now, just to reiterate so you guys are fully aware of what's happening, the stream is going to mostly be over on Twitch. It's our first time doing a stream on Twitch. I'm really nervous about it, but if you're here on YouTube, you'll still be able to see it and you'll still be able to interact with it. Now, a lot of the interactions for the stream are going to be on Twitch and through Twitch and Twitch's systems. But if you're like Doris and you decide you want to super chat here on YouTube, you're going to have very unique and strictly just for YouTube interactions. So they'll still be available on YouTube. You'll still be able to interact. But if you haven't already, go over to Twitch and find the channel TheNextDecade CO. TheNextDecade CO, capital TNDCO. There's a link to it on the page, thenextdecade.co/fundraiser. So, if you haven't seen it already, go check out the webpage. It's all right there. And we're going to go ahead and pull it down now. So, yeah, cool. Please go check out that website. We spend too much money on that website every single year for only 400 visitors or so a year. It's like we're paying $1. So, oh, my goodness. SNH Productions, Jake coming in with $9.99 super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That helps so much. Again, anything that's coming in right now for this part of the stream is going to go towards the production. And then if you have bigger donations or things like that, save it for July. Save it for July. And then again, I just want to make this really, really clear. Do not feel obligated to take your hard-earned money and send it to me for this thing, okay? Now, if you want to, I'm not going to say no. I'll say thank you, because thank you. That's very cool of you. But I want you to take care of yourselves first. Don't feel obligated. If you can't support me financially, you can always support me by sharing the channel. Share the stream. Tell other people about it. Share the link and be like, oh man, you should see what he's done now. Or, oh my God, is he just getting sprayed with a bunch of oil and now he's getting deep fried? And you know what I mean? Do you know how expensive those McDonald's fryers are? They're about $47,000. And surprisingly enough, a person could fit in one, but not me apparently. I'm just slightly too large for it. We were looking at all the different options for fun things we could do, and I thought deep frying myself for the meme would be great, but apparently that's just a type of meme and not a thing that people are actually doing to themselves. Anyways, besides the point, thank you. Appreciate you guys so much. We are going to wrap it up here for the night. Again, we're going to be back either Friday or Saturday next week, because we're going to keep doing weekly pre-streams up until the full stream on July 4th. We are probably going to announce our 25 different pickable costumes next week. So you'll know what we might be making this time next week, and you can start preparing what you want your votes to go towards when it's time to start voting on July 4th. I think we'll have our final pick of what the costume is going to be by July 6th. And like I said, for the voting system, the way we're going to do that is you vote, bottom 5 get removed. We're going to keep doing that until it's top 3. If one of yours gets removed and you want to vote again, you can. Your vote's always going to keep moving along. So if you voted for the bottom one each time, you get to re-vote a bunch of times. Oh boy. But also you might be extremely bored with what ends up being made. But by the very end of it, we get to show you guys what we were making. You guys can see the stretch goals of things we'll do extra for the costumes if you guys want to see us do more stuff. And almost every single costume we picked has extra stuff we can put into it. So this could be very bare bones where it's just a costume, or it could be a costume with a bunch of loaded effects from smoke to lights, maybe moving pieces, or maybe water because the guy on the inside of it sweats like a fucking pig. That's a free effect. It's like a arm river down my pinky. It's disgusting. Okay.
You got wet handshakes we've given.
So many wet handshakes to people that I really should have dried my hand first. Okay, so we're gonna end it here for tonight. Again, we'll see you guys next Friday and next Saturday. One of those 2 days. We'll reveal what costumes we're gonna be picking, and hopefully by then we'll have some more stuff to show you from the behind the scenes side of things. Thank you again so damn much for showing up. Thank you, Doris and Jake, for your super chats. I really appreciate both of y'all. And we will see you again here at the Next Decade next week. Bye, y'all.